So when Sam goes to talk to Black Powder, like we enter the room, like we split. Like I go to Tori immediately, like
Mhm.
Tori, Sam cornered me, and he knew we were lying, and I couldn't help myself. I just had to tell them that we did see the Murder Unicorn band at this band, and we saw the Necro stuff. But that's all I told him.
Did what?
Couldn't help. He knew. He just knew. He's like, tell me, and then I had to tell him. He told me.
You didn't tell him about anything else, right? Not about your breakdown. Not about the zombie. Okay.
A little bit about the zombie. Just a little bit about the zombie. Well, because the murdered unicorns do the necro stuff.
Yeah, that's probably important information to know, but he didn't know that we. Okay. That's fine. I will work my magic. And your secret is safe with me. I will not say anything about that.
And Star overhear your two conversation.
Well, I would have been whispering this.
Yeah, we probably would have been like huddled, but you probably would see us.
Yeah,
kind of like huddled.
Okay. So as you guys are huddling and like quiet, Star will be like looking, and he'll notice the conversations everyone's having, and he'll be like, okay, seems like everyone's having their own conversations, and Star will go over. So what are you whispering?
We're just we were talking about how it's weird we've never used our flavor balls. Mm-hmm. That's what we were talking about.
Can I see if they're lying? I don't have one.
I mean, I can't believe I'm the one.
I know. I'm like, we're the worst to lie.
I probably will have to roll another IQ with the -5.
Okay. So I guess because Star is truthful. So, well, let's just see. I got a 12. Ooh.
Well, we kind of both failed.
Yeah. Ooh.
So the way you can see that I'm starting to like stammer, and it might seem obvious to you that I'm not being truthful, like very obvious.
Okay, Star. Okay, the truth is, we did see the murdered unicorns, and we saw them do their magic thing with necro stuff and some zombies and stuff.
Star will be like, you saw them, but you didn't say anything?
Well, because they got away. And we lost them.
How?
They were fast.
Yeah, unicorns are really, really fast.
Really fast. And faster than a bull.
Faster than a bull.
Or a bird.
Star's eyes are going to go red and say, you two had them in your sights and you lost them?
Yes.
This is just too fast.
Too fast. You'll see his wings will start to fill up with red.
And Frankie's color gets even more and more embarrassed. Like, really? Really fast?
Star's hands will go on his hips. His hair will start to go from pink to more red. And he's starting to rain red sparkles. You two better start speaking the truth, or we're going to have a problem.
Listen, Star, we are your friends, okay? We want to help you find Lady Matilda. That is the honest truth. We do want to help here. And then again, he like looks up and it's like, And then he'll go into song again. He'll sing to Star, and say, count on us through thick and thin, our friendships that will never end. When you are weak, we will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on us, we will be there. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Please believe us when we say, count on us.
Corey claps. That was great.
Star's red will start going away and say, "You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just all emotional, you know? It's like I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Loving me ain't nothing healthy. Loving her was never good for me." And he'll stop and go, and he'll say, "Frankie, I'm so sorry. Tori." And he'll like group hug.
I know.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll
hug.
hug you.
And he said, "But seriously though, you two shouldn't lie. You're really bad at it. Like really bad. Like, oh my God. Like never ever like get caught in a lie because like holy shit, I can like see right through you. Like I can see right through." So, and then what Star will do, he'll walk over. Is Sam and Black Powder, are they still talking or have they already split it?
I think at this point Sam's walked away and Black Powder's just laughing.
I also wanted to say, because I didn't have a chance to insert this, but when Black Powder says you need to get your stick out of your arse, like I'm envisioning, I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off, but that Black Powder will, you know how they do those songs where they repeat the same lyric over and over and over again, but it's like auto-tuned. It's like Bed Intruder. So I have a feeling like inadvertently Black Powder will break out into song where he just keeps saying "get the stick out of your arse" like over and over again, but it's,
as soon as that happens, Black Powder would stop it and just be laughing. He would force himself to stop singing because he is not. He fights the impulses of this world.
Roll willpower. Roll me a willpower. See what you get.
Luck.
14. Luck. You can use your luck if you'd like. If you want to use your luck.
Oh no!
He tries.
Nice.
He tries. So it's really quiet.
Even with your luck, you try so hard to stop singing, but you just can't. You just really want to convince Sam, and it's a very convincing song. That's the thing. When you do something in song, it's like there's like a bonus towards convincing someone. So Sam, you feel more inclined to get your stick out of your arse. I feel a little more inclined, just as an FYI. But yes, if Star wants to go into Black Powder and Sam now, you're welcome to.
That gave me life.
Best use of luck ever.
Right?
Yes, so good. I love it when the dice is like, nah, no,
Not happening.
you're
Not today.
Nah, sorry.
Star will hear Black Powder's laughter, so at least someone's in a good mood. He'll walk up to Sam. He'll be like, "So, with all the information you gathered and your trip with Frankie," and he'll lean in and say, "I know the truth now. So, what do you have? Like, what have you been able to piece together?"
Well, I think we got the spill all the way. We know that this contest is a guise for them to kidnap musical talents. We know that when they kidnap them, they're making them not there. So maybe they're pulling what's in out. We know that Davy Deals is definitely hip deep, which means Beyonce is probably hip deep as well. We know that if we do this pop thing, we're going to be a target. So we got to be the best target there. That way we keep BP's Taylor as well as everybody else as safe as possible. So I know it's a lot of pressure, but today you got to perform, and we'll be there to help. If we get selected, then hopefully they come for us. If not, then we start poking around a little deeper. If we're not selected, then we got to skirt a little bit and maybe in some gray areas.
Okay. And then Star will scratch the back of his head. But is everything okay between you and Black Powder? He walked away and you're a little, I guess, gray in the face?
Yeah. It's just he's sometimes, for being someone, who's older and wiser and everything, he acts like a damn kid.
You know what, BP? Maybe this is the wrong time to do this. But Star will step back and it'll be Rhyolite in front of you. He concerns me, honestly. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a veneer, but there's something there. Keep your eye on him. And he'll touch your arm. And when he does this, you'll feel, I have to roll for this though. Hopefully this works. Hopefully no critical fails. I'm not trying to wind up like Black Powder. I'm sorry. No shade. Only love. Star has empathy. This is one of his powers. And when Star touches people, depending on which aspect of emotion is in front of you, that's what you feel. So I got, crap. I failed. It was, today the dice, the musical magic is not in my favor. Well, what should have happened, or what could have happened, is that when he touched you, you felt a spike of intuition or wisdom, but that I failed. So, oh well. And then Amethyst will say, "Thank you for your time, Sam. Do you mind if we correspond privately a little more often? I like talking to you."
I'd like that. Hearing what you just said kind of shakes the shingles a little bit. So definitely, if we have some time, yeah, definitely, I'd like to a little bit more. It might be really beneficial to everybody.
Agreed. Thank you for your time. And he'll step back and it'll be Star again. And Star will be like, all right, well, let me go check on BP because I want to know what he found so funny. And he'll hit you on the arm. He'll be like, yo, BP, what's got you all jolly?
Just Sam. He was being a bit of a stick in the mud about something I told him about as well.
Really?
He was telling me, obviously we don't want to tell Taylor too much, keep suspicions low, but I still worry about her. Now, I was going to ask you, actually, if maybe after the auditions, if she could stay the night here, just so we can keep an eye on her, make sure she's safe. And I don't think anyone would be suspicious because her and I are kind of dating.
You're dating? Oh my god!
We may have had a kiss. Like, But some thought I was implying that things would get a bit spicy for his liking, which is a little ironic.
Really? A little ironic.
He apparently he has a thing about only premarital. And we just had some disagreements on that, and that's all. I thought it was funny.
Oh my goodness. So
a man his age trying to father someone who's old enough to be his father is pretty funny.
That is funny. Star will laugh. And Star will like, so does she know?
What exactly?
That you love her.
I wouldn't call it love just yet. We barely know each other, but she knows I'm fond of her. Oh, love is a very, very strong word, lad. Save it for when you mean it.
I mean it when I say it, but seriously, how does she know?
I told her. That's how she knows. I told her.
How does she know she's yours?
This world is bizarre.
You're supposed to say, I don't know. You're supposed to have lines. Come on, BP. Like, get with the magic. Get with the music.
I am non-magical. I don't even turn people into black and white. I am literally the most mundane person here.
Mundanity. It'll kill us all.
I get by.
So Star will be like, okay, BP. Well, I'm excited that you found someone. And yes, Ruby will step forward. Will Black Powder allow Ruby to touch him?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ruby will touch Black Powder and say this. Well, let's see what the roll looks like.
Let's see what the roll looks like. Hopefully it'll be better. Good. Effective. Very effective. Mm-hmm.
Super effective. And so when Ruby touches you, Ruby will say, listen to me, Black Powder. Love isn't a powerful emotion. And it's also frightening, but it's also the most powerful magic there is. If you allow this love to bloom in your heart and you allow it to be true, I promise you, this tailor will truly be the one for you. And in your heart, you're going to feel some passion. And the image you'll see, like Star's face will take on the more lovelier features of Taylor. And it'll kind of make your heart pitter-patter, just a tiny bit, not too much.
I am wondering how that affects me, considering I have the callous disadvantage, where I basically only understand emotions in a way to manipulate them.
Well, I guess you can roll against it?
You can roll a will.
It's like it doesn't actually like give a mechanical thing.
Yeah, I want to see but I think we're using the roll. We can see how effective it could be.
Okay.
I think because with that trait, I'll give you the ability to roll, the ability to possibly make it less effective. Okay, so you succeeded, but not by a large amount.
I feel it.
You feel it, but it's not like I'm gonna go and tell her exactly how I feel. Just that, you're not gonna be like that. But you can definitely it had effect.
Could I help Star in this?
How would you help Star in this?
Again, he looks up again, and it's like he feels he's compelled to sing, and he stands up next to Star, looking at BP, and says, "Love is all the laughter and the tears that fall, the mundane and the magical. Love is all is love. The careless word, the healing touch, the getting and the giving of. All is love."
All is love.
Do I need to roll something?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll.
I don't know,
that would be more of persuasion. I kind of want you to roll a persuasion, which would be IQ if you don't have.
I have intimidation.
It's not intimidation.
Okay, I'll try my intelligence. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, you succeeded. Not by much, but you succeeded. Yeah. So, yeah, between those two, then yes, I would say Black Powder does feel something. Not super intense, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense. Both Storm and Frankie would be like, "We're in love. We're in love."
You're both. Yeah, they both have romantic elements from their world. Yeah.
I will be like, Frankie up high, and then he'll look back at Black Powder and say, "Don't worry, my friend. Love is a good thing." He'll pat you on the shoulder and say, and he'll wipe away some tears and say, "All right, let's get into musical mode. We have my mom to save."
You not really are interested.
So, you all will arrive at the convention center at Sealy Court City, and there's the lines, the crowds and the lines, just like in American Idol in real life. you know how they have all the signs and waving. They're all like excited about auditioning and meeting the judges and all that good stuff. So they've gone through the process of doing like initial auditions, and then they filter them down to a select group of not finalists, but like audition finalists. And so you all are given, each group, this music group, is given like a dressing room, basically. Nothing extravagant, for you all to get ready to go on audition, because it's a live, not live, but like they're pre-recorded and then it'll be shown on TV, like the next day, I think, or maybe even we might even say it'll show up like later that night. They'll just edit it and get it out tonight, around like 8 o'clock or something. And so when you're all getting ready, there's going to be a knock on the door. Black Powder, you will open the door, and right in front of you is Taylor. And Taylor is wearing a beautiful emerald green, like spaghetti strap dress. It's tasteful, but it definitely is very pretty and like accentuates her body type, you know, or curves. And she's holding something in her hands, and it's a tray, and you immediately smell the amazing aroma of freshly baked bread. Freshly baked bread, which is a treat that you don't get to have as a sailor very often. And it's sort of got like this, you can see that it's encrusted with like herbs and garlic, and it's just, it smells so good. And Taylor will, when you open it, since you can't see, she just says, hello, I don't mean to interrupt you getting ready, but I was wondering if Reginald was here.
Hello, Taylor.
Oh, Reggie, she says immediately. Hi, I don't mean to intrude. I just wanted to make you something for good luck before your audition. So I made you this. And she sort of holds you this beautiful loaf of bread.
That's so sweet of you. Why don't you come in and introduce you to my friends real fast? And he'll actually pull her into like a little hug. And just kind of lean down, kiss her head, and whisper, "You look lovely, by the way."
Oh, thank you. And you smell really good, she said.
I look about as much of a mess as I always do, don't worry.
I guess that's one of... She sort of laughs and says, I guess that's one of the advantages of being blind. She says with a smile.
Trust me, it's
kidding.
an advantage in this case. Come on in. Then he'll guide her in.
Hello, she says. I don't mean to interrupt, but my name is Taylor. Oh, hi Taylor, Veed will say. And he'll go over to attempt to shake her hand, and she'll receive the hand and she'll shake it. My name is Veed, and this is... What's the name of our group?
Good question.
Oh,
We need to have a name.
You need a name.
Come up with one.
Yeah, we still don't have a name. Star, you're the music professional here, so I'll leave that up to you.
Star will be like, hello, Taylor. It is so good to see you again, my dear. How are you?
Oh, Star, she says, I feel so blessed to be able to meet you a second time. So are you here to cheer on the new group, Reginald's new group?
Yes, I am here to help Reginald and the gang to give them positive happiness on their musical journey. So their group is Reggie and the gang. So
Reggie and the gang?
yeah.
Reginald, you didn't tell me that you were the lead of this group.
I didn't
That's
know I
impressive.
was.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, Reggie.
Well, I'm glad I made you something for good luck. Well, feel free to share it with the rest of
Reggie,
the members.
Reginald just kind of looks at Star and flips him off.
I thought we could have been like Star and the Love Grams.
But Star's not performing.
Yeah,
He's
That's
already
right,
got
it's
her.
Reggie. Yeah, Reggie.
Yeah.
But this is Frankie.
Oh, hello. And then I ring my electric triangle. Bling.
Nice to meet you, Frankie.
Taylor. Taylor, this is Tori. God damn, names.
Hi.
Tori. She'll nod towards the direction of Tori.
I would show you some of my other friends, but I don't. Yeah.
You have other friends?
Tori makes dolls.
My
You
dolls.
make dolls?
They're lovely dolls too.
Yeah, they're really nice dolls.
Oh, I'm sure they must
Star.
be absolutely beautiful and adorable. She'll like take a hold of the Star one and she says, "Wow." She says, "Star is very round." She says.
Yeah. I made him that way. Thank you, Taylor.
Feels
It's really nice to meet you.
Stars seems very cuddly, she says. And she hands you the doll back.
And this last one here is Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, nice to meet you, doll. And I'll shake her hand.
What do you do in this group?
Well, I just back everybody up. I'm just the backup. I'm
Singer?
a dancer.
You're a dancer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She says, where did you train? What's your specialty? Modern?
No, more in jazz, but we do a lot of swing, and works out really well with the style that Reggie brings.
Ooh, old school.
Yeah.
So you're bringing it back.
Yeah, it's gotta come back. I keep telling Star, fusion, big band orchestras, and his light shows, and all his pop music and everything. Blending the two is the best new album he could do.
Oh, I always wanted to learn how to dance. Swings seems like it'd be really fun. Maybe you might be able to teach me at some point. Or do you know how to dance, Reggie? She says, turning towards Reggie.
I used to, but I'm an amputee and it's a little harder now, but I can put a few steps together for a slow song, maybe.
Well, I have a little bit of a disadvantage myself, so I don't know if necessarily that'll be too much of a problem.
Well, maybe next time we go on a date, we could go dancing.
I would like that. Well, it was really nice to meet all of you. I don't want to keep you from practicing for your big moment. Reggie, could I talk to you just for a moment privately, please?
Of course. And I'll step out with her, maybe. Or she has her own room. He'll go there so that they can talk in actual
Sure,
privacy.
you can go. Yeah, if you want, she'll take you back to her own dressing room, and it's a lot smaller than yours because she's her own group. She's her own, and it's very nicely like decorated, and she sort of just takes you to the side and she says, "So Reggie, I have to be honest with you. I'm really worried about you. After what we found at the apartment with the disappearances, I just don't want anything terrible to happen to you or your group, especially now that I know that you're the lead singer of Reggie and the...
Let's just say that wasn't my idea. I fully blame Star for that one. But I know, and I'm concerned too, and I'm concerned about you. But my friends can do more than just sing and dance and play instruments. We're strong. Frankie is very strong. He's the one I would call an actual friend out of the lot. Remember what I told you before. But he's strong. Tori's unpredictable in a good way. Sam's
Really?
extremely intelligent, and Star is... Well, you've met Star. They have a tendency to make everyone around them just do better.
Well, like I said, I'm still sort of worried and scared. And can I ask you a private question, Reggie?
All right.
This whole thing just is really troublesome and worrisome for me. And do you get scared or worried yourself? Does anything worry you or scare you sometimes?
Hi, Taylor. I do feel fear, but I try not to let it show.
What makes you fearful? You normally seem so brave.
There's some backstory to it. When I was a kid, I had no parents, and where I grew up wasn't exactly very kind to orphans. There were many years, months of my young life where I would go weeks without food. So I am constantly terrified of starving to death. That is not being able to take care of myself. If that were to happen to me now, I don't know if I would survive it.
She has a very concerned look on her face, and she just, very gently takes a hold of your hand and she gives it a squeeze. What do you do when you worry or are scared, then?
I do what I can to take control of the situation. If I'm in control, I know that nothing can hurt me. That I'll have food, a place to sleep. I can take care of my own injuries. That's how I handle it. It might not be healthy, but if I know I have a modicum of control in myself and the world around me, then I know it can't really hurt me. I'm here today knowing the risks. And to tell you the truth, part of that risk is partly why we're here, because we're trying to figure out who's doing this and to stop them.
Reggie, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I can tell you're a pretty private person, so I didn't want to pry too much, but as I said, I was really scared and worried, and I just wanted to hear from you what scares you and what you do to overcome it.
At least I know what could help my old fears. I have some new fears that I'm still figuring out how to deal with.
New fears? What do you mean new fears? What new fears?
Well, I just don't know what I'd do if something happened to you.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I mean, I'm nobody special. I doubt that whoever's doing this is necessarily going to be interested in someone like myself.
I mean, who knows? You're very talented. You're beautiful. Sweet. Special.
You definitely make me feel that way, she says. I try to tell myself that every day, but it's different when it's coming from someone else, you know?
I know. Since I got you here,
yes.
Star and I also agree. After the auditions, and we're all
Yes.
free to, go about our own way, how would you like to stay the night at Star's place with us?
In Star's apartment?
Aye, we're all staying there, and Star said he'd be happy to host you as well.
Are you serious? Will there be room for me?
Trust me, there's lots of room. It's quite a big place.
I don't know what to say. This is a dream come true. It would be very idiotic of me to say no.
Well, I would understand if you didn't feel comfortable staying in a strange house with a bunch of strangers.
No. You're certainly not a stranger, and friends of yours are friends of mine. Like you said, they all seem very nice, and so yes, I think that would be a wonderful idea. Thank you.
Of course. Well, obviously, good luck with your auditions. It's a bit of a weird thing. I want you to do well, but I also don't want you to do too well that it puts you in danger. It's a bit of a strange conundrum there.
Do you think I should hold back?
No.
No.
I already told you. You are your own person. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That is your choice and your choice alone. And I got your back. If you're doing good and everything's fine, I'll be cheering you on. If you are put in danger, I'll come and get you. Know that, alright?
Thank you, Reggie, she says, and she'll move towards you for a kiss.
He'll lean down and he'll give her a kiss back.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I think I should let you go then, so good luck, break a leg. maybe that's not the wrong choice. Sorry.
I know what you
just
mean.
a force of habit. Source of habit.
I really don't know why Star decided that I'm suddenly the lead here, because I did not practice that. I was going to be on the drums. So we're winging it.
Well, I'll be cheering you on regardless, so you'll be wonderful. I know you will. You already are.
I can't wait to hear you sing again.
Thank you. And she'll, let you leave. All right. Yeah, so when Black Powder returns back, what is there like a specific expression, demeanor on their face, or nothing?
Yeah, he looks thoughtful. Like there's something weighing on him. But as soon as he walks in, the smile's back on his face.
How'd it go? Did you give her enough information, but not too much?
We're married now.
Star is going to be literally glowing and floating. You got married?
That was a joke, Star.
Oh.
No, she knows enough already. I didn't give her any extra information, and she did say yes, she'd be happy to come by after the auditions.
Well, good.
So, when's your second date?
Haven't figured that out just yet, but we'll figure it out. Got other things to focus on at the moment, unfortunately.
True, but if you need help with finding a romantic location, your friend Star is at your service.
Well, we both have a nautical background. I figured I'd take her sailing.
I like you. I like you.
Maybe you could give him one of your makeovers, Star.
What are you talking about? I already look fabulous.
You do. You know, that whole bear look is just, grrr, but just a little here, a little there. You'll be spectacular. I guarantee it. Remember what you look like on your date night?
I also recall she couldn't tell.
Doesn't matter. It's about how you feel about yourself.
I feel fine about myself.
It's easier if you just give in. If you fight it,
You'll put an elbow on her
it's
shoulder.
not worth it.
Tori, have you actually met me before? I fight everything.
I'm just saying, as someone that also fights things like this.
Well, think about it, all right? Let's focus on getting through me suddenly being the... What were you thinking?
I was thinking I'm not going to be out front there.
Sir!
It's going to be a pain in the arse.
I thought like either Tori or Frankie was going to be like lip singing. We practiced with me being on like the drums or something.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you got to be a pain in the arse.
I mean, if that's what we had agreed upon at first, I wouldn't be too complaining, but we hadn't practiced that.
Yeah,
What if he hits that electric?
Wonder if we should have gotten you electric cowbell instead. That would have been a bit funnier.
Yeah, a little more cowbell.
There's still time. There's still time. We can rehook it up.
I can sing all right. I just wasn't expecting that.
Well, look, BP, he'll put his hands on your massive shoulders. I am so sorry. It was spare of the moment because we did not come up with a musical group. And so Reggie and the gang just kind of flows, you know? It just screams how you're such a leader and how you can just take charge, and you were just the bear for the job. Now, you say you know how to sing? Let's hear those pipes.
I mean, like, off the top of my head, I only know a few sea shanties, but sure.
Let's hear it.
So you'll sing a shanty about what?
Probably sing like the Wellerman, because it's a pretty well-known sea
Wellerman.
shanty.
Okay, so he'll sing the Wellerman, and he can. I
have.
You say you hold a tune, you can hold a
tune.
tune.
Oh yeah, I have the voice ability, so I actually am a very good singer.
Okay, yeah.
Like
so Black Powder actually does have a great voice, a great singing voice. Yeah, and sings the shanty very well.
+2 to singing checks, basically.
Yeah.
You've been holding out on us.
Yes.
It hasn't come up yet.
Them clapbacks, man. Them clapbacks.
To be fair, the voice also applies to my fast talk, which has been.
Right.
So it applies to everything.
Lovely.
You'll hear a knock on the door, and you'll hear a voice. 5 minutes, everyone.
Okay, 5 minutes. You all got this. But before we all go on stage, well, I'm going to be backstage, and he'll hold up his fist to BP, be like, come on, bro. Come on.
No fist bump.
Cool beans. So what Star will do, Star will say, I'm going to see if I can give you guys a little extra mojo. So Topaz will step forward, and Topaz is going to see if he can give y'all a little confidence. Yes, I got an 8 out of 15. So Topaz will be like, everyone, give me your hands. So when Topaz takes your hand, he's going to say, in this moment, we are now united. We are one band, one sound. My flow is your flow. My strength is yours. Together, we are confident. And so he let go of you. So you'll all feel a little bit more like, I got this. So Star will step back together and say, best of luck, break a leg, Stormy. And he'll like go to Stormy's side. I'm all yours.
So you all will leave the dressing room and make your way towards the stage where the auditions will be taking place. And so this is not going to be, it's just the audition, so there isn't going to be like a live audience or anything, but the judges will definitely be there. Sort of like how they normally do in American Idol. They have their like initial auditions with the judges. On your way there, you will see the group prior to you leaving, and they seem to be like celebrating and cheering, and they're like, obviously it looked like this group got accepted into the competition officially. And you all, well, not you all, but most of you recognize this group as the Chromatics. And one of the Chromatics, I'm gonna say the one with the saxophone, looks towards your group and immediately looks at Sam and says, well, if I live and breathe, if it isn't Sammy. Ooh, look at you! And out of character, what is, I guess it would be Micah, I would ask, what are their outfits? What's the group's, like, costumes or whatever you want to refer to it as?
Okay. So because you're in Star's world, and Star is all about midriffs and tight pants, deal with it.
Okay.
So what you'll be wearing is like a tuxedo top, like it's just the shirt, like it's like a tuxedo shirt, but it's a halter top, and the sleeves are like this. You all have bow ties, but in the color of your umami, your ball. And then underneath you'll have suspenders, and the suspenders will match your bow tie. You'll have cufflinks, but they'll be fingerless gloves. And it'll be the same color as your bow tie and suspenders. Your pants will be black and tight, but they'll be for Tori. They'll have rips in it, like, rips, and they'll have like crow stitching on like the sleeve and stuff. Doc Marten boots just for you. For Sam, he's gonna have some nice, slick leather Italians. For Frankie, he's gonna have some serious like boots, like army boots, like kind of show your flair. And for Black Powder, it's gonna be some nice slick leather like sailor boots, like those nice sexy boobs. And then on your peg leg will be your color, so it'll be an actual pink peg leg. So sorry.
So, Vibe, the sax player, will say, "Ooh, Sammy, if you don't mind me saying, those pants look good on you."
Well, they feel a little awkward, but thank you. Sounds like you did really well.
"Oh yes," the drummer immediately says. "We got ourselves into the competition," and the imps all cheer. "It looks like you're gonna be going next. We would wish you luck, but I feel like you got the skills. So much skills, girl, that you don't even need luck." No. Luck needs to get luck from you. That's how much you don't need luck.
Well, lady, thanks. We definitely, all of us, appreciate it, and maybe we'll see you during the show. But I kind of had a feeling that you'd go quite a ways, so congratulations.
Well, it would be an honor to have you there with us. Oh yes, Sam. Maybe we might get so far that we might be able to do one of those collaboration pieces together. Oh yes, I would love to collaborate with you. Yes, Sam. Anytime you want to get together, you just give us a call.
I got your card right here. I'll definitely do that. Maybe we'll have to have a celebration afterwards.
Reggie and the gang, you're on. Says, "All right, well, you go and scoot, and we'll be listening from the wings."
All right, thanks, doll.
As we're walking in, I'm going to go up next to Sam. Be like, "You give me such a hard time, but at least I stick to one at a time."
Well, I ain't sticking. And I'll just walk off.
Oh.
Almost had it, lad. Almost had it.
All right. So, you all will get on stage, and then you will see 3 judges sitting before you in the audience. As I said before, one is a cow named Simon Cowbell. One is a mule named Paula Abmule, and then a short. The thing about this place is that everybody is still like human-sized, but some animals, like the chinchilla, tends to be a lot shorter than most others. So the chinchilla is Sandy Jackson, and I'm going to say that Simon Cowbell is going to say, "So who do we have up here?"
Looks at Reggie.
Well, we're Reggie and the gang.
"Reggie and the gang, you say?" Sandy Jackson says. "Where are you all from?"
Oh, we're kind of from all over. I'm from small town. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. Tori, this is Tori. You're from. Introduce yourselves.
I'm from here.
From here. The judges are like starting to write notes. write notes. And then Paula Abmule says, "So, what's your story? How did you get your group together?" And Star, like, you know how this goes. Like, they always want to have somebody not only like good at singing, but they also have to have a good story. And if it's a sob story, it's even better. But you know. But and you know that's part of the like audition process. So what do you say when they ask, "What's your story?"
Well, we all kind of met each other through various tragedies. Losing people we've loved, and kind of brought us together. And we met a lovely person by the name of Star, who kind of got us all into music, and we all started to decide to make a band and help each other out that way.
That is so inspiring, Paula says. So very inspiring. All right, well, off you go then. Good luck, Simon Cowbell says. And you present to me and everybody watching what do you all do? How do you audition?
Wait. And I want to ask Meta, does Simon Cowbell actually have a cowbell with him?
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
So probably throughout the performance, like Frankie will like just kind of like playfully like go up to him and be like, cling, and then hit his cowbell like cling.
He actually seems to be very amused by this when you do. So he seems to be a pretty good sport about it. So what do you do? How do you perform? Give me a visual or paint the picture for us.
What's the song, Micah?
Oh, jelly beans. Okay. I actually had a song in my head. Oh, I know what it is. Because you're Reggie and the Gang, C's song, Aaliyah's Rock the Boat. So I'm not actually singing that because sadly I can't hit that note.
No, that's
yeah.
Just so we know direction-wise.
There you go.
As Frankie's doing his cowbell, I'm going to just kind of dance kind of from Tori to Black Powder, just trying to stay in the wings a little bit.
Okay.
Tori is sitting at the piano. She's not much of a performer. She's kind of watching the piano because she knows if she looks at the judges, she'll get nervous. So she just focuses on playing the piano.
So as I said, you're very musically talented in this world. And so you definitely are probably next to Reggie, singing through Star. You certainly are also one of the people who sort of steal the show a little bit as you're performing this song. So, very cool.
Black Powder, he's gonna be pretty like standard stage audition singing, not doing a whole lot of dancing or anything like that, but he'll get into it a bit. He'll keep a beat with his foot and all that, and just do his best.
I would like for everyone to roll their perform. And remember for Tori, I think you get like a plus, I forgot it was a +6 or +8 bonus. But you got something ridiculous.
Is that an IQ roll?
I think it's an IQ
I believe
roll.
it's IQ.
Is it? Is performance IQ or health?
If it's another thing that's like charisma based, it's IQ.
Oh, fuck. Star. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That's really
Performance
unusual.
is IQ. All right,
Okay.
let's try it.
Okay.
Ooh, Frankie, good job.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, he's on the side, but he's getting that triangle and that cowboy like boop.
I have a total of +3 to this though, so 6. It's 11 versus 16.
Okay. So here's the funny thing. All of you pretty much succeeded on your rolls except for Star. Star is the one who sort of, maybe it's because Lady Matilda is really like, you're so worried about Lady Matilda that you're just kind of off your game today. And so you start to sing. Now, fortunately with Black Powder's role, he's able to convincingly lip sync with Stars, so it can fool the judges into thinking it really is you singing.
Well, I was gonna say, if Star's like flubbing it, Black Powder would just start singing for real and make it seem like Star was just actually like accidentally singing along like it was a rehearsal kind of thing and try and play it off like that. Like
yes, that you absolutely 100% can do. So, Star, you're gonna at some point you're gonna realize that Black Powder's actually legit singing. So I think you're just gonna stop and just let them take the show. And those four, like, they carry this whole performance without you. And so, Frankie's, rise with his charm and the cowbell ringing, like he's definitely like the fun one in the group, the one to watch, like the fun one. And then you've got the very good, of course, amazing lead singer in the front, singing up this song, and then you've got the amazing piano playing, and then Joe he succeeded, not by much, but still succeeded in at least being a good background dancer, and then the performance closes, and the judges will finish writing it on their notes, and I think Paula will be the first person to say and says, "My goodness, that was just absolutely brilliant. I can feel the inspiration. I can feel the trials and tribulations that you were talking about. It's just, the whole time I was just transported. She's clearly like drunk right now. Just the whole time I was just transported to another world, and you all are beautiful. I just have to say, you all are beautiful. And then Sandy says, yeah, I have to say, the creativity, I like what this guy over here was doing with Simon's cowbell. I mean, you always could use a little bit more cowbell. Isn't that right, Simon? Simon sort of chuckles a little bit at that. And he says, I will have to say, though, that I think, if I was being 100% honest, the weakest link is probably the backup dancer, but I think with a little bit more practice, you know, we'd love to see what your potential is and see how you can improve as the show progresses if you continue to go far. And then Simon Cowbell says, I think I 100% agree with the dancer. Sam is your name?
Yeah.
Where did you train, Sam, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I trained at the East Side School of Dance, but I also play sax. I just didn't want to break it out in this tight of an area.
You play sax?
Yeah, on our next show, I'll be able to show you.
I would, well, that's enticing. I definitely would like to hear that from you if we let you through. The one that really stuck out for me the most, however, young lady, you on the piano. What was your name again?
Corey.
Corey. I had not seen anyone manipulate the ivory quite as well as you did. The way that you ran your fingers across the keyboard, the way you ran your fingers across the keys, it was magical. It was so silky smooth. Tell me, who did you train with? How did you learn how to play?
It's self-taught, actually.
You are a prodigy. How old are you?
My favorite song of all time.
17.
17? I know people who are twice your age who've been playing the piano since they were 5, who are not nearly as good as you.
Thank you.
If you ask me, he says, if things with this group doesn't 100% work out, you could play solo as far as I'm concerned. And Paula says, oh, Simon, don't start stirring up some drama right now. And then Simon's like, it's part of the ratings. It's part of the ratings. He says, you know what Davey says? Oh, yes, Davey, Sandy says. All right, you all want to give a vote on whether we're going to let these people through. And Paula says, I'm going to say yes. Sandy's going to say, I like you, but I feel like you're not quite ready yet. Maybe if you audition next time, you'll be ready then. So I'm going to say no, but come back next time. And then Simon, he's thinking very loud, and you know, Paul is saying, it's down to you, Simon. You know, just because I'm very curious about the sax, I'm gonna say yes. And then it says, well, that's 2 out of 3 yeses, which is all you need, so congratulations, you're in the competition. And then there's applause from the judges. You're gonna hear cheers coming from behind you, from the wings, as the chromatics are cheering you, and they're all saying, Sammy, oh yeah, go get it, go Sammy. Sounds like Sammy's got a bit of a fan club back there. Sandy says.
Good style. Maybe we'll be able to collaborate on the next round.
The stagehands will escort you off the stage to allow the next person in, and you'll as they're letting them in, the stagehand says, "All right, next group, the Psycho Murder Unicorns. Where are they? Check the dressing room. And then the stagehands will go and check the dressing room. And meanwhile, while that's happening, the chromatics are just going to be crowding around your group, and they're going to say, "You all sounded wonderful. Sammy, don't take what Sandy said to you at face value. He's the toughest of all the judges, so don't worry about it."
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Listen, dolls, I'd love to stay and chat a little more, but I've got something actually that I got to pass on to the unicorns before they go on stage, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course, Sugar. Go right ahead. Don't let us keep you.
All right, and I want to try to pull the group as much as possible away so that we can talk. Like not super quiet, but just without everybody prying. And I want to look Frankie straight in the eye and just say, the unicorns sounds like there may be some challenges. You want to see if you can go and give them some cowbell help?
I look over at Tori and like, Tori, should we go? Like, I've been missing.
Yeah, maybe we should go check on him.
Sure, Sam. How about Tori and I go?
I don't know if that's a good idea. I think you and me would be able to help him better.
And he's looking at both of them, not sure like which one to like.
I mean, I'm familiar with this magic. It might be good to bring me along.
All right, let's go. Reggie, and you want to get back to the dressing room and just check on Star and make sure everything's good?
Hey, check on Star, and just because of that, check on Taylor again. Just to be safe.
Yeah. Maybe bring her into the group and just keep an eye.
Meanwhile, with Star, I think that after the performance, Stormy is going to turn to you, and he's just going to, wrap his arm around you and pull you in. He just says, "Hey, you, this whole thing is still weighing heavily on you. I can tell that, you weren't 100% on your game today."
No, I feel like I let the group down. I hope if Black Powder wasn't there to sing, I honestly don't think I could have got through the song. I was trying to stay focused, but no matter how much I'm trying to distract myself, we need to find her. The moment we find her, I feel like I can breathe. And honestly, I'm so grateful to Black Powder. They all did a great job. And honestly, side note, Sam with a saxophone. That's really interesting. I need to see that. But let's just regroup, make sure everything's okay, and whatever information we can get, let's get it, and let's find Matilda, because I don't know how much more of this I can take, because I need to find her. So that'll be Star's major malfunction.
Don't be too hard on yourself. You shouldn't put so much pressure on you. This is everyone's burden to bear, not just your own.
I know. And honestly, all of them, I'm so grateful. Do you know that Frankie, when I was in his world, he lost one of his best friends? His boyfriend got kidnapped, and we had to help find him. And then Tori said her sister is missing. And I don't really know what Black Powder's deal is, but I'm pretty sure we can help him. And Sam is helping us, and I'm pretty sure we can help Sam with something. But I am so grateful to these people, because they didn't have to help us. They could have just left me on my own, but whatever I can do to pay them back, however I can, even if it's the smallest way, we need to show them our gratitude with this. And Stormy, if I didn't have you here right now, I would be so lost. and he'll put his head on Stormy's chest and say, "It's so funny. With all this going on and Matilda trying to keep me safe. Remember how we first met? At that crazy dive bar called Music Box?"
Yes, I remember. As soon as I walked in and you were singing that song, that was it. It was just magic.
It's because of you I came to life. You brought us to life. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. And I love you so much. You mean the world to me. And thank you for trying to keep me safe. So he'll wrap his arms around Stormy and be like, "I love you."
I love you too. We'll get through this, don't worry.
Yeah, well, let's get back with the group and let's celebrate them for a job well done.
So, Tori, you all are making your way towards the dressing room, and the stagehand is coming out of the dressing room, and he's got like a clipboard, and he's kind of scratching his head, and he's got like a microphone earpiece kind of thing, and then he says, "Sir, it doesn't look like the Psycho Murder Unicorns ever signed in. I don't think they even arrived for the audition today. Yes, I suppose we'll just have to move on to the next contestant then, if that's the case. All right, yep, they're a no-show. Understood."
Frankie, we just saw them yesterday drive off in the van, right? So
It had to have happened like either earlier today or last night.
Do you think this has to do with their necromancy?
Maybe I'm worried. This, oh my God, this was our fault. If we had just,
Let's not dwell on the past. Maybe, I don't know, Sam. Do you have any ideas? Because I mean, it'd be like finding a needle in a haystack. I don't really know.
Let's do a quick look in the dressing room, but it sounds like if they didn't even sign in, they didn't get to the dressing room. And then, are we able to get in their dressing room?
You can try to see if it's locked. Do you want to check to see if it's locked?
Yeah, definitely so.
No, it's not locked. You can open it.
All right, so I'll kind of motion them to go inside as well and do just a quick look. I doubt there will be anything there, but
You'll do a quick look, and it doesn't look like anyone's been in here at all.
So
It looks very clean.
we'll make sure to close the door and lock it. And then fatherly turn around and just say, "Well, they definitely didn't come in today, so any information you can give may help us quickly so we can get back to Reggie and Taylor and Star before anybody else misses."
All we know is that because they're a death metal group, I mean, they were doing necromancy. They had like reanimated zombies on stage when they were rehearsing.
that's all we know.
You said they got in a van and drove off with this zombies and everything. It's kind of funky. I don't quite understand all of it. But if you couldn't keep up, don't blame yourselves. There's sometimes challenges come up. You can't blame yourselves for it. Just shout things out when you come up to challenges. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the solver of all the problems. Right now, let's get back to everybody else and make sure that nobody else in our group gets separated out.
Tori, you just see like a wave of guilt go over her face because she knows, and deep inside, this is her fault.
Yeah, Frankie's color changes to that same color of guilt and embarrassment. And
then, yeah, I'll just unlock the door and start making my way back to the dressing room.
I also wanted to point out that Veed was also performing on stage with you.
Oh,
he was dancing. He was a backup dancer as well.
Oh, right, Veed. I was just gonna ask.
Veed's here too. Yeah, there's a lot of NPCs. So Veed was also performing. I still think that Veed actually danced relatively well, and so everything that the judges said still applied. And I think while all of you are separating and doing your thing, Veed probably naturally is going to make like a food run. Now that you've all done your audition, he's just going to go get you something for dinner, I suppose, really quickly. So that'll at least explain his absence at the moment. For Black Powder, so you're just going to go over and see Taylor in her dressing room?
Yeah, he'll just go and knock on the door.
Yeah, so Taylor will open it, and Taylor's gonna say, "Congratulations! I heard your performance. You were all amazing, and I heard that you also got in."
Oh, we did. I just wanted to come by and see you.
Well, I think I'm gonna be up relatively soon, so I'm just trying to get, the jitters out before I perform.
Do you want to come hang with the group while you're waiting? It must be pretty stressful just sitting in here all by yourself.
That's true. Maybe being with the group will be a good distraction. Yes, I'm sure I will want to have at least 15 minutes just to prepare before I get on stage, but in the meantime, I think staying with other people is going to be less nerve-wracking than staying in here by myself. That's true.
Of course. Yeah, I just figured while you're waiting for your 15 minutes to warm up, you can spend time with us, and we'll keep you a bit distracted from the nerves.
I'd like that. Thank you, Reggie. You're always so thoughtful.
Of course. And he'll offer his arm to her.
You'll offer his arm, and she'll take it, and you're gonna walk towards your dressing room, and halfway there, one of the stagehands approaches you and says, "Excuse me, are you the leader of Reggie and the gang?"
Aye.
Could you come with me for a moment, please?
May I ask why? Is something wrong?
As the leader of the group, one of our managers wishes to speak with you.
Alright. Taylor, why don't you go on ahead to my friends and let them know I'll just be a minute.
Oh, sure, of course. Well, I'll see you in a little bit,
Alright,
Reggie.
I'll see you in a bit.
She'll go off, and the stagehand will say, "Right this way, sir."
Right.
And you'll walk just down a ways through the building, and eventually he's going to take you over to a relatively fancy-looking door. He'll give a knock, and he'll say, "Sir, the leader of Reggie and the gang is here." And then you'll hear a voice say, "Yes, let him in, please." Of course. And he'll open the door. And he'll say, "Right this way, sir." And you will make your way into the room. And it looks like an office, a very grand office, and it's very extravagant. There's lots of plaques and awards and albums, record album things. And at the desk, you've got this very stereotypical, large office chair whose back is towards you. And then as you enter, the office chair swings around, and there in front of you, dressed in a very extravagant suit with a top hat and scaly green skin with a big shell behind him, is Davy Deals. And Davy Deals, he sort of has his fingers in front of them, and he says, "Mr. Lee, leader of Reggie and the gang, have a seat, Please. Can I get you something?" he says as he turns and as he opens up a cabinet next to him, which appears to be a liquor cabinet, and it clearly has, some very fine beverages, including rum and ale and things of that nature.
Why? Because he can't say no to offered liquor. Because that's one of
he
his
can't. He probably
disadvantages.
can't.
Because he's
Nope.
sure.
What do you prefer? Scotch, rum?
Rum.
Have some bourbon?
Clean rum.
Oh, clean rum. Nice and pure. I like your style. He takes a glass and he gives a generous amount, and then he puts it in front of you. He will provide himself with some scotch on the rocks. I don't think we've formally met. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Davy Deals, and have I got a deal for you? You don't know me very well, Mr. Lee, but I have some eyes and ears all about the city, and I know you. One of the things that I know is that, although you are associated with a very famous celebrity in these parts, Star, I also am aware that, you and him have had a bit of a rough patch as of late. He's not exactly your favorite person at the moment.
I suppose you could say that, but I mean, we're not going to get along with everyone all the time. It's just person nature.
No, we're not going to get along with everyone, but it is important to know the right friends to be associated with. What if I were to tell you, Mr. Lee, that I can offer you something that would help with your predicament? You find yourself in a very strange place. A lot of things don't make sense to you. Perhaps wealth and riches might make more sense. Perhaps something physical, maybe to help with your ability to move around, your ability to see. Or perhaps what tickles your fancy more is maybe a little bit more luck in your step. Perhaps your luck might be running out sooner or later. You could use an extra dose here and there.
You're starting to make a very compelling offer, but the question, these things always come with a bit of a cost.
Oh, of course they do. You and I know very well that is how business is made. So you see, we've had our eyes on Star for quite a while. Star is a very dangerous person. Very dangerous. We suspect that Star may have... might be a... magical. I don't know if you are aware about the laws here, but magic is unpredictable. Magic is, in the wrong hands, can be very dangerous. And we are in an opportunity here to attempt to control it, to protect others from it. But in order to do that, we need to acquire Star for ourselves. And since you are relatively close to him, we were wondering if you might be willing to help us out with this.